Good morning. It's Tuesday morning. Today we are going to read Romans 16:5 through 16. We're almost to the end of this book. And 5 starts off, "Greet also the churches in their house. Greet my beloved Epaenetus, who was the first convert to Christ in Asia. Greet Mary, who has worked hard for you. Greet Andronicus and Junia, my kinsmen and my fellow prisoners. They are well known to the apostles, and they were in Christ before me. Greet Ampliatus, my beloved in the Lord. Greet Urbanus, our fellow worker in Christ, and my beloved Stachys. Greet Apelles, who is approved in Christ. And greet those who belong to the family of Aristobulus. Greet my kinsman Herodion. Greet those in the Lord who belong to the family of Narcissus. And greet those workers in the Lord, Tryphena and Tryphosa. Greet the beloved Persis, who has worked hard in the Lord. And greet Rufus, chosen in the Lord, also his mother, who has been a mother to me as well. Greet Asyncritus, Phlegon, Hermes, Patrobas, Hermas, and the brothers who are with them. Greet Philologus, Julia, Nereus, and his sister, and Olympus, and all the saints who are with them. Greet one another with a holy kiss. All the churches of Christ greet you." Well, I looked in an old commentary that went through these names, and most of these names are listed as slave names. I don't know what that exactly means, whether they had a different class of names for their slaves or whatever, but most of these people don't seem to have been bankers and lawyers. They seem to have been slaves, which is how Christianity first began to spread among the poor and the slaves. Some of those people there, for instance, the household of Aristobulus, he may have been one of the Herods, it was thought. And so those in his household had become converted. A couple of these people are listed as the first converts, or who were in Christ before Paul. So they're very early Christians. And that's all we know about them. Just some name that's preserved here that we don't know. But it's clear from this list that there's a great community of people that surround Paul and help Paul and care for him and keep him going. That he knows a lot of people in Rome already, or he's known them from somewhere else, and they've gone to Rome ahead of him. So there's plenty of people there that he knows or he's heard of, and he wants to have them greet. And so we get the idea that this early church is a pretty good organization. I mean, it's a pretty large group of people. I just read you 15 or 20 names, and this is just a small portion of the ones who'd be there. So there'd be a pretty good group, a pretty sizable group of people who follow Jesus even from the first. And these are people that Paul says, greet them because they've been good to me and they've been helpful, and we need to remember them. He's going to go on a little bit more. We're almost at the end of this chapter, but he says, greet these people, and let's not let those people be ignored or forgotten. And that's important. We look out on Sunday mornings and we see the people that are involved in everything, and then you see the people that just come to worship and sit in the corner and then leave. They're important too. So as a worshiper, I would urge you to look around, and when you see somebody that you haven't spoken to or that nobody seems to speak to, just walk over and say, "Hi, I'm Dave." Don't say David, say your name, but just strike up a conversation and see what happens. It helps if people are remembered. And of course, there's so many thousands of people over the centuries who faithfully got up and prayed and taught the gospel to their children and their neighbors. and lived a Christian life and died and never amounted to anything significant in the life of the church. They didn't write anything big. They didn't do anything striking. They just were faithful. But they passed the faith down, and so it's come down even to us. And that alone is important. And so we should remember them too. So remember all the saints, and hang on. We're almost at maybe 2 more days. We'll finish this book, and then we'll do something different. So I hope to see you tomorrow, and I hope you have a great Tuesday.